Welcome to Prescott, Wisconsin. Here is my spot for the night. For this full moon here in May, on May 21st. It's going to come up straight down the river here, and I have a nice long view, so I'll be able to get everything in focus. Just had a nice cul-de-sac down here. I got my 500 set up kind of in the corner. There's a scrubby brush tree out in the middle of the river that I don't want to get as much as I can, so I got one camera way off to the side. And I'm just going to go with my 200 right here in front, and should just enjoy a nice evening here. The moon comes up in about 5 or 6 minutes. It is pretty light out. It's coming up about 20 minutes before sunset, so I'm not sure how bright it's going to be to start. We do have some clouds, which I actually kind of like. I think they're going to add some structure to the shot as well. So let me get one more camera set up, and we'll be good to go. All right, so I got my 70-200 on this one. I kind of want to get some of the clouds. I'm going to spin you around so you can see downriver here what I'm looking at. So you can see there's some nice clouds up in the sky here. The moon should be way down there, straight down the river. There's a house on the bluff down there. I think the moon's going to be to the right of that house. I'm having a hard time getting my bearings here on photo pills, so I'm going to be down there. So I'm going to set this 200 up over here, kind of keep it out of the way in case anyone drives down here. So yeah, the 200, I got it at 135. I'm going to shoot a little wider at 135 for this shot. Get some of those clouds in there. It'll be a little more dramatic. And then I'm going to use autofocus to do my initial focus on the infinity, and then turn it off. All right, so this camera's ready to go at 135. Get my initial settings done in here. So here is the log that you can see in my foreground here, which I'm trying to avoid in my shot, but I don't think I can. So I kind of like it, kind of don't like it. It's gonna be right at the bottom of the time lapse. So we are at time. I don't see the moon yet. I kind of botched this one up for the full moon rise. It's already up pretty high, not where I thought it was gonna be, how it compares to the river. So all I can do is work with what I got. This wasn't the greatest spot in the world once I got here anyway. Well, now the moon's getting brighter. It is what it is. I'm gonna throw the drone up real quick for a sunset. Guess what? I'm not gonna throw the drone up. The brand new remote that I bought is charging back at home on the island. This would have been a great spot for the drone as well. We got a marina, we got the Mississippi River, we got dramatic clouds catching. It would have been great. I mean, it's pretty down here. It's warm, it's May. If I'm looking on the negative side, we only got May, June, July, August, September. 5 more full moons guaranteed to be warm, and September's even iffy. But it's nice and big. We got good colors down there. I'm just gonna let these time lapses run. And that'll be it for the evening. I do plan to get up. I'm not sure I'm gonna get up tomorrow morning. Moon set is at 5:12. I would have to be somewhere. I have to get up at 4. I don't know about that. It's a little better on Friday morning. The moon set is at 5:50, so that might be more my jam. first night of the full moon rise, May 22nd. I'm gonna let this just go, I think, to 600. But first night in the books. Not sure I'm gonna get out tomorrow morning. It just might be too early. Not sure what my plans for tomorrow night full moon rise will be, and then shoot for Friday morning full moon set, which is at a little more reasonable time. So thanks for joining in here tonight, and this is the May video if I get no more shots for the week. Otherwise, we will see you later this week in the next day or two for some more full moon action. Thanks for watching. All right, welcome to night 2 of the May full moon, May 23rd, and we have a beautiful full moon coming up over Powers Lake here in Woodbury. We had a big batch of clouds blow in right about 8 o'clock tonight, so I wasn't sure we would see the full moon even, but I did notice they were kind of thin. My oldest had basketball training tonight and an impromptu soccer game. Got home, took the dog for a walk. I had 10 minutes to get somewhere. This is where I ended up. I didn't think we'd have any big views. The moon's actually pretty clear. So I got 2 cameras running right now. I've got my 70-200, and I'm probably shooting at around 100 to 150. And then I have my 24-70, and I'm shooting pretty wide. I was anticipating the moon not to be as clear as it is, and it would just have more light spread across the clouds on the horizon. So I came to a lake. I wanted to get some reflections. That was kind of my goal there. So the moon's actually pretty clear. I could have gone somewhere with a better view of the horizon, but I just didn't have time. So this is the shot tonight. I'm just gonna let a couple time lapses run here. I'm getting eaten alive by mosquitoes, but I'm just gonna let this run for, I don't know, 20 minutes or so and see where we end up. The 70-200, I have a pretty high ISO, like 1200, 1250, and I'm shooting a pretty fast shutter speed to try to expose fairly well for the moon. And then for the 24-70, I have a 2-second shutter going. With it being wider, you can get by with a little longer shutter speed. And I'm just going more for the atmospheric look of the moon and not so much having the detail of the moon on that shot. So 2 time lapses running. We'll see what we get, but night 2 of the full moon. The other challenge tonight was the moon didn't rise until 9:30, which is probably 50 minutes after sunset. And it's an hour and 10 minutes later than last night. So this is a weird month. Usually each night it progresses by about half hour later. I have no idea why it's an hour and 10 minutes later than last night. So last night the moon set like 15 minutes before sunset, and tonight it was like 50 minutes after sunset. So we didn't get that good in between for this moon, but we can see it. It's a beautiful evening out. The frogs are chirping. And I'm just gonna let this keep clicking away and add it to the May documentation of the flower full moon. so it's like 10:15. You can see the moon. It's kind of going in and out of clouds. My most zoomed in shot at somewhere between 100 and 150. This moon's almost through the frame. Once it's through that one, I'm going to be done. However many shots I got, hopefully I get close to 200. So that's going to wrap that up. So this is probably going to wrap up the May full moon. I might go out tomorrow. The moon sets at 5:50, so that's an early morning. There is a line of thunderstorms that might be coming through. So that would be a shelf cloud coming from the west, where the moon will be setting. And we must have clouds all night. I'm going to have to look at a forecast. If it looks like it's going to be cloudy all night, I'm not going to get up. If there's a chance of thunderstorms, though, I might get up to capture the thunderstorms. And if we get a moon, that's kind of a bonus. So this is going to wrap it up. Last night we had a great night shooting over the Mississippi down in Prescott, Wisconsin. Tonight we're here over Powers Lake in Woodbury, Minnesota. Nice warm night, pretty moonrise, and kind of low effort. It didn't come up till 9:30. It was basically dark when it came up, which was tough to shoot. So this is going to wrap it up. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you in the June full moon.